It was a huge international rebuke of Russia on the world stage of the UN General Assembly, and it proved the UN could punish countries who violate international law. 93 countries voted in favor of kicking Russia off the UN Human Rights Council, 58 countries abstained, and another 24 voted against the measure.
This is an important and historic moment. Countries from around the globe have voted to suspend Russia from the UN Human Rights Council for its gross and systematic violations of human rights. We have collectively sent a strong message that the suffering of victims and survivors will not be ignored.
Ukraine's UN ambassador said the General Assembly had a duty to suspend Russia because of its actions against civilians in his country.
Bucha and dozens of other Ukrainian cities and villages where thousands of peaceful residents have been killed, tortured, raped, abducted, and robbed by the Russian army, serve as an example of how dramatically far the Russian Federation has gone from its initial declarations in the human rights domain.
Human rights officials say the suspension sends a signal to Russia that it can't act with impunity.
Russia needs to know that the violations and atrocities that it's been committing in Ukraine will not go unnoticed, and that people and the Russian government will be held accountable.
Russia's UN ambassador was absent during the vote. Its response was delivered by a low-level mission envoy.
Today is not the time or the place for theatrics or these kind of extremely theatrical performances like the one presented by Ukraine. In fact, the draft resolution we are considering today has no relationship to the actual human rights situation on the ground.
Ukraine's Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba tweeted that war criminals have no place in UN bodies aimed at protecting human rights, and that he was grateful to the nations which chose to be on the right side of history. However, the victory here for the U.S. and Ukraine has not moved either side closer to agreeing to a ceasefire, which for now remains out of reach. Frank Uciardo, TRT World, the United Nations.